browser on your iDroid. Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Rescue the 2 prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoya Madibulu. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place. Enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
CP Zulu 6. Tekens van vijandige activiteit. Verskerp sekuriteit. Oor.
Dat is CP, begrijp. Kijk eens van enige iets vandaag. Uit.
Commandant gevangene termineer. Hold hem af! Kom maar die pad uit!
Probeer het. Ek sien goed. Moenie beweeg. Stop hom.
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss.
CP, dit is Delta 2. Ons is vermiste gevangene. Lyk asof we ontsnap het. Oor.
Dat is CP, begrijp. We gaan een zoektocht. Zo gauw als mogelijk. Uit. CFP, begrijp. Alleen hier. Wees paraat. Uit.
Beweeg.
Hold them off!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
CFP, dat zullen doen. Bedreiging in het gebied. Wordt versterkt securiteit. Hoor.
Dat is CFP, begrijp. Kijk uit voor enigheidsverdacht. Uit.
Noteer het uitcheck. Op mijn bevel. Stop hem. Goed zo. Goed zeg.
He's coming too. Roger that. A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Je vloers zijn in de partij in de ballon. Het bleek ons aan de antenne. Het onderzoek. Hoor.
Dat is CFP, begrijp. Bescherm securiteit en punt die indringen. Uit.
CFP, het is Delta 2. Ik heb iemand verdacht al gezien. Zal onderzoeken. Hoor.
Dat CP, begrijp. Wees op je hoede. Uit.
Almighty fuck, I...
You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay. Good.
Alles geht voller, das seht ihr. Alle hierher.
Boss, come in. Boss?
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss.
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss. Stop! Your mission is to extract the targets.
Aanvalspositie. Alle eenheden. Aanvalspositie.
Boss, have you lost your mind?
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss.
Chef, dat is Delta 6. Onder aanval vanuit de onbekende positie. Goed.
Dat is CP, begrijp. Wees wachtzaam en rijd die vijand uit. Uit.
Help me. Why?
You need to help her.
You've come to rescue me. I was asked to show that man around
Good.
here.
That's the target extracted.
Dangerous man.
Now extract the remaining target.
I hated every second. I wish I'd said no, but I was the only one of the team who spoke English.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate.
Chef, het is Delta 2. Ons het reddingsgebied bespied. Ons kon niemand vinden nie. Oor.
Dat is CP, begrijp.
Roger.
Wees paraat. Uit.
The enemy's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all clear just yet. Stay alert.
Arriving shortly at LZ. Alles geht spannend, das Schiff hier. Focus alles hier auf die Feindhelikopter. This is P-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Departing.
Mission complete. Great work. Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examined the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them. Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand! Hold her still! Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results. Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
So, who's that woman who doesn't talk the boss brought back?
No idea.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
What is she?
Amy
Your mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid. That's the target prisoner. Okay, that's the general's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper. Roger. Another group of child soldiers? No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Pangi ya General ya Bakala Ilumbu Mosi Kata ya Bankaka na Mono Elaka Mono Mambu General Salaka Bantu ya Buta ya Mbele Ketinkaka Mosi Beto Nyonso ke Bampangi Atampidi ya Ikenta.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Mafe, venga, que quiero masa.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
All that's left is to extract the commander. pistol or CQC to put him down gently. Enemy's given up their search for you, but they're not giving the all-clear just yet. Stay alert. There he is, the commander. Extract him.
Go get him!
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care. Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper. Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we... Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
Be careful down there, boss.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna. Subject is in. Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help? Roger that. You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, that prisoner we rescued provided some intel. According to this information, the target is headed for Gaziva camp. We don't want him linking up with more enemy forces. You better hurry.
Help me!
Waar kom?
The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Ons word